Today I want to talk about this. This is the number 11 in a leather that I'm not offering yet, but I want to show you the leather up close. I want to tell you all about the leather, and then I want to tell you how I think that we can get this leather, because it's not as easy to get as I had hoped. So let's get started. This is a brand new leather to Chic Sparrow, and I want to offer it, but first let me tell you about it, because here's the deal. If I order this, I have to order all of it, like a whole run, and that is a lot of leather. And I don't want to make the same mistake I made in the past, where I get excited about something, I order it, and then it takes years to get through, and then by the time it's done, that's when it gains in popularity. And then we no longer have it, and because I have to order all of it, I don't want to take the risk of ordering it again. So I thought, okay, let's talk about it ahead of time, and then maybe we can crowdfund this, and then I will order it, and hopefully everyone will love it as much as I do, and then we can go forward, and everyone will be happy because they're getting a beautiful leather that they want, and they're not missing out. I hope. That's my goal, okay? That's my goal. So this leather is vegetable tan leather. It has a wax finish on it, and let me just make sure that it is in focus. But yeah, it has a wax finish on it, so it has kind of like that, a little bit of a sheen. And as you can see from this piece, it has quite a bit of texture variety. So there's parts that are smooth and parts that have more texture, very much because it's a vegetable tan leather. So it's very much like how Austin will have all these stripes. This leather will also have some of that, not as much, but some of it. And it comes in this nice light tan color, and it comes in a darker brown color, and it comes in black. So it comes in the traditional leather colors. Well, let me show you what it looks like on the other side. So the other side is very fuzzy. Okay, very fuzzy, soft. It has a lot of bend and flex to it. There is not a whole lot of pull up, but there is some pull up. Mostly it just creases the leather and doesn't, yeah, I guess you would call it pull up. So, and that's because it has the wax finish, and that's why they're able to have the pull up effect on it. So yeah, there's that pull up. So let me show you what this looks like in the number 11 design. I have finalized the 11 design, and let me show you what it looks like in that, and then we'll talk more details about the leather specifically. So this is the number 11 design. There is going to be an option where you can have an elastic instead of a snap, so just keep that in mind. Then the inside is going to be extremely basic, which I like. So we have a little folder here, a little secretarial pocket here, and as you can see, it's the same design that we currently use. Why reinvent the wheel? I feel like this pocket works really, really well. And then you can slide your books back here. You can use it, this is the number 10 shell, so it's big enough you can use it as a folio, or you can use it as a traveler's notebook, because it has the elastics to allow you to do that. If you want to use it as a folio for front and back, just take the elastics out, and then you can put your notebook in here front and back, and it's not a problem. I did play around with adding a pen loop, however, the pen loop gets in the way of a lot of things. If I add a pen loop between these two layers, what it will do is it will inhibit the notebook from fitting in here properly. Then it won't fit. It just won't fit. So I couldn't add a pen loop that way. If I add a stitched in pen loop, then it will cause this to bulge up. But if you are desperate for a pen loop, then I guess I could do that for you. It just doesn't look nice, in my opinion. It doesn't look nice. And I kind of feel like the whole reason why you would buy one of these is because you want it to look nice. Otherwise, you would just walk around with a bare naked notebook, right? You know, you would just walk around with one of these and you would not care how it looks. That's just kind of like where I'm coming from, what my brain is thinking. But if you want the stitched in pen loop, that's really the only option, because anything I put between the leather will cause your notebook not to fit in there properly. So the other thing that you're going to notice is that this is lined, so you're not going to see this fuzzy part, and I did that because it's fuzzy. And so I just lined it to give it that really clean look. It's a basic design, but I wanted it to look elevated even though it's basic. So I think that I nailed this one. I have been living in it for a while now and I love it. So this is like, I think the third rendition of the number 11, and I think this is it. This is what I'm going to be offering. So let's talk about the leather again. Okay, so the leather, I did thin it down so that it would be about the same thickness as the leather itself. So basically what I did was I took this and I split it in half so that it would be the same thickness as the the finished product will be the same thickness as the original product, but I didn't want that fuzzy stuff, so that it is lined with that as well. This is about 2.3 millimeters thick. Again, it's vegetable tanned. It is dyed, of course, and then waxed finished on the top. I don't know if they have any tallows or oils in the leather. It doesn't feel like, if there is any at all, it's very light because the leather doesn't feel oily at all. So it doesn't have an oily finish. It's very flexible, especially the parts that have these wrinkles in them. This texture is a lot more flexible than this texture, which is very smooth. So the smooth textured isn't very as flexible, but it's still very flexible. It holds its shape really well. Like, it's not super what's the word? It's not super, it's very flexible, but it still kind of holds its shape. So yeah, that's what that looks like. And I haven't named it yet because I don't have any here. Okay. But this is, and these were cut out of the same hide, so there's a lot of colored variation as well. Just keep that in mind as well. These are, there's a lot of variation. There's a lot of scars. There's a lot of, it's a rustic leather. It's very rustic. If you like pristine, perfect things, then you wouldn't like this. But if you love those things like I do, I just heard a spooky sound. Oh, it's the back door. Okay. Whew. Okay. Anyway, if you love all things rustic, then you're going to love this leather. I don't know why I got so freaked out by that, but I normally am not. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I can hear it, and it's very freaky sounding. It's probably because it's coming through my hearing aids, and my hearing aids really amplify certain sounds. That's probably what it is. But anyway. Yeah, so let me give it a scratch test for you and make sure it's focused. Okay, so you can scratch it. I'm scratching it pretty firmly with my fingernail, and what I'm feeling is the wax coming off. And I guess it depends on how sharp your fingernail is, because this one is sharper, not as sharp as the other one, but I'm doing it pretty rough, and it's not really scratching a lot. I'm going to take a pair of scissors and just, of course it's sharper, so yes, it's going to scratch. As you can see right there, if it's getting, I don't know if it's going to focus that closely. Let me zoom in. Yeah, there you can see. So it will scratch up, but it's not as sensitive as the Austin collection. So it's going to keep this kind of finish a lot longer. You can see the texture there. So it's a beautiful, beautiful leather. And you know me, I'm always trying to get the vegetable tan leathers. So those are always the ones that I'm trying to get, because I just love vegetable tan leather so much. There's nothing wrong with chrome tan leather. It's just not my personal preference. And trust me, I'm not judging it. I have plenty of it here in the store. We work with chrome tan leather all the time, but my favorite are the vegetable tan leathers. And so I wanted to show this to you. So this is what I'm thinking about doing. And you tell me if it's, well, I guess I'll know by the response whether or not I made the right choice. Since I have to order an entire run, which ends up being close to 60 hides, that would take me a very long time to go through. So since I have to order all of it, what I want to do is put this on pre-sale and crowdfund it. And that way I can gauge if it's popular or not. And if I sell enough, then it will make it worthwhile to go ahead and order it. And then it does take 6 weeks to make. So it would probably take us about 9 weeks turnaround. So that's quite a while. Just being like upfront with y'all. It would take about 9 weeks in order for you to get it in your hands, from the time that I order it until the time we can make it and send it. So that's what I think I'm going to do, because I really want you guys to love this leather. I wanted to share this with you and see what your opinion was. I'm going to take some photos. And also I'm going to insert some video of the one that has the elastic in it. I did that in a B6 Slim, and inside the B6 Slim, I put a notebook that is the same dimensions as the Sterling Ink Full Year B6 Slim, just to show you that yes, it does fit. And what it looks like with the elastic. The inside is the same. It even has this as the same. It just looks the same. So yeah, I'll take some pictures, I'll put them on the website, and then I will send out an email letting you know that it is for pre-sale. But I'll also let you know the details of all of that in the email as well. So if you're not signed up for our email newsletter, please go to the website, and it will pop up once you're on the website for a few seconds, and sign up for it. And then you'll know when this is available. So that's the plan. I hope I'm making the right choice. I really don't want you guys to miss out on this. If I am able to get it, I don't want you to miss out on it. Like with Strider and Cody, y'all slept on Strider and Cody, and now they're gone, and I can't get them anymore. Also, I haven't named it yet, so if you have a cool name idea, please leave it in the comments, and I will be super happy to consider anything that you might put in there. All right, I will meet you in the comments. Have a great day.